Hey guys, so as you guys remember, in the last we are back, and in the last video we met Natsuki, Yuri, and Monika. So we're gonna continue making our books about Yuri. Massacre, portrait, no. Okay. T. Uncontrollable. Secretive. And nope. No. Lust. This? Yep. Extreme. Rough. There we go. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. Making sure. I got a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the classroom, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Cupcake. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just not used to you being in a club, that's all. I see. That's pretty simple. That's a pretty simple thing for you to get in a good mood. But I guess the simple... Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't you take a look at your purse, Yuri? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. Just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets the contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to a club room. So either you're not hungry, want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to completely forget that you spent all your money, so that I will lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so only leaves with the one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book, like always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri. Tell Cupcake to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Yuri. Besides, you should only buy what you're responsibly afford. Frankly, the point of mysterious stunt like that. Your suffering is far enough for Trebius. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. I really like you when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't have much, but it's the fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, now I have to accept a resolution. Interpretation. That. So, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil inside of all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But You wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Plop. Yeah. Out of nowhere, something smacks Yuri in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow. What was... The cookie. Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Yuri glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my reservation? Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki, that was so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Gee, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly clapped her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue! You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Ah, yours looks really good, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I'd give you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off her. Nom. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you just do that? Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monika, can you tell Sayori? Huh? Natsuki glances around. Monika's in the classroom. Ugh. Where is Monika, anyway? Good question. Yeah, where is Monika? Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She's probably had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she's a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more discernible than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monika chooses the club after her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monika quizzically looks at me. Never mind that. What hooked you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must have not heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? Wasn't where you played music as well, Monika? I don't really. I kind of started recently. I always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monika. Monika looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I'll also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Cupcake. Monika smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry, I've been practicing for a whole lot recently, and I love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? No. not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small pitcher from the shelves. The kind that has a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this at the teacher's desk, then we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contracts her speaking mannerisms, especially because she has her long legs. Yuri appears elegant and method. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? We're just... Yuri was going to make some tea, so... Suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monika. We're just gonna go fill up the water pitcher. Okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. It's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? That's... Monika, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want to tell me something wrong with helping Cupcake of Cupcake in club activities? My mouth gaps. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, Cupcake. Yuri quickly exits the room, and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead on the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri? Something about the way she said that made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not the right thing to Monika judge people like that. Cupcake? How come even when I do something bad, you're being so nice to me? Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions, we can't always hide them away. But you so imply things in your head. Your mind turns into a light rain shower, into a hurricane. No. What do you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. Cupcake, I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, yeah? Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walked down the nearest water fountain. Once we filled up the water pitcher, we returned to the classroom. Cupcake, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature of the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I wouldn't do anything less by making tea for others. Even when I'm not an expert or anything. In that case, you'll be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show, and you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided to try to express myself a bit more. Turns out it's not that hard for me to do, when it's you around anyway. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worried about me, Cupcake. It's very endearing. That Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Cupcake, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? What's that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read it with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. That's so? Wonder why that is. It's most likely because your posture, right? Are you always hunched over like that while reading? Yes, I have terrible reading posture, so that's why we just sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieved the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a small bag of chocolate candies I kept hidden from Sarah's candy radar. I take it and into a bowl with the tea. Yuri and I sat against the wall, teacups at our sides. If, as in the sink, we assume the same reading as last time, each holding one half of the book. So this time, our bodies are even closer than before. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until her shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri's always kind of cute, but when she's being led supreme creative, it's almost like something I can't handle. Your teacup. Yuri handed me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not being used for the book, I end up in a position that makes it even hard to focus. Because I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch your chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. Hey guys, so sorry I had to cut the video short. I was very tired, so we are back. These two videos are going to be combined as one, so yeah. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumbled with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's... That's okay. I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages. You're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so I don't have any harder of a time reading it. As a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already focused on the reading again. I take the chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I prancily place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Cupcake? Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Well, you were just helping. That's something that friends do, right? I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah. That's all it was. Yeah. Then, you don't need to stop or anything. I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell by her expression she can't even focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers. But this time Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Does Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips. But it's it's different this time. I take my chocolate and place it in her mouth. Feel her hot breath on my fingers. Okay, everyone! Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Cupcake, you could help Yuri put away tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spell is really broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we actually clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Okay, let's share with Sayori. ... Ooh! I like this one, Cupcake. It has some feelings in it. I'm glad. Does it mean it's better than yesterday's? Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both. That's not really helpful, you know. Well, I'm not really good at figuring out if poems are good or bad, but that's why I go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. Not sure exactly how that works. Then again, I guess confining feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me either. Ugh. Why don't you at least give it some thought? Aw, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad? I can't see you like something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most, but sometimes when you have a little rain cloud on your head, sad poem can help give that rain poem a happy rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Cupcake. I should write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Bottles. I pop off my scalp like a lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach aside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. There's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts. In a bottle in a row. My collection makes me a lot of friends. Each bottle is starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friends feel a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friends after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go. Like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging. Scraping and scraping. I blow off dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time has elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up and come in, my friends. And they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frankly pull them off the shelves, one after another, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But by the time I let one go, it shatters against my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, in shards all over the floor. They're supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monika taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, and you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. Even it helps me understand my own feelings a bit better. Writing is magic. Yeah, you got pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing is the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Ha ha ha. Don't get ahead of yourself. Yuri's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if it's one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Next is Natsuki. Well, I can admit it's better than the last one. It's nice to see you're putting in some effort. That's good. But I still don't like it at all. It's trying too hard to be serious. What do you mean by that? Poems don't need to be all deep sounding to express something. It's going to just sound like you're forcing it unless you really don't suck at it. Honestly, don't bother trying to write poems like this until you're on Yuri's level. Natsuki drops all of a sudden. Don't tell me. You're not trying to impress Yuri, are you? What are you talking about? And keep your voice down. You know Yuri will love this angsty. Just because. Do you like it? Cupcake. This one might be even better than yesterday's. How did you pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I said I knew the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. Did you do a good job explaining? I really wanted to give it more imaginary. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine. Take your time. I'm gonna have to leave this here, but I will be back. Like I said, I'm putting all these videos into one, so it's one long video. I will be back because I have schoolwork, so yeah. Alright guys, we're back. Sorry I had to cut between 3 parts. It's dumb, I know. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. Probably sounds really stupid. Seeing so motivated by my writing just makes me really happy. Are you saying you never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. I can't read this. So you guys can pause the screen and read it, because I can't read that. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid, imaginary, divine emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to their own way. Wanted to express it feels for me to indulge in more. It's one of those sorts of things that I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing. People would just make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Cupcake? Well, yeah, I guess I do. feel like everyone has something like that. And the best we do is respect each other and our visualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes, it makes us uncomfortable. After all, if I haven't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I will probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening. There's really that much people like you, Cupcake. That's exaggerating a little bit. It's just how I feel. Never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing. But now I almost feel like forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling. And you're to thank for that. It's nothing really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. Last is Monika. Hi again, Cupcake. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure. Here you go. I give my poem to Monika. Alright, this one's good. Feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imaginary is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's work? I guess so. Can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. When she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on inside her. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I tried. Who knows what's going inside of that head of hers? I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. I mean, I wish you didn't keep to yourself so much. English. But still, defending her like that must be pretty into her. You completely misunderstood. Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm sure she's already got a boyfriend. Wait, really? Yeah, fictional one anyway. Monika kind of whispers that last part to me. Just a hunch, but, well, there's not really going on with that. Well, I know. I was just saying. But anyway, wanna read my poem now? I like the one this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, blue, green, blue. An endless and meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, granting, waveform, squeaking, screeching, piercing, shining, causing contempt, like a playing chalkboard on a turntable, like a vinyl on a pizza crust, an endless poem, meaningless, load me. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. Sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just kind of a thing I never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally shoot smooth with the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the line really short, it feels like they're trying to speak over noise. I see. It's so hard for me to tell it's about though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be abstract in a physical exploration of a feeling or a conversation with a reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You'll never know when you'll change your mind or when something expected may happen. Wait, is that even a tip about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Abra. Okay, everyone, we're all down with reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so everyone could come stand in front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Ugh, do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we could put something good together in a few days. We'll just end up burying ourselves instead of getting new members. It took a turn That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We don't need that much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I had to send some of the pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to do at the events. Ah, sorry, thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monika? Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sarah's been putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who has been clearing a poster, holds up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monika? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. You don't think it's a bad idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never, in my life, do something like that. Imagine it, Yuri. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys. No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until a couple days ago. It's often them to recite their poems out loud in a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So, I'm sorry. But, I still think we should give it our best. We're only the ones responsible for the faith of this club. Even if we start the event and put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And more people who will perform, the better we will be able to show everyone what literature is about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To spread them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. If that takes it standing in front of the room for 2 minutes recite a poem, then I know you can do it. ... Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monika have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we could do is help them out a bit. Well, maybe, but looks like Natsuki doesn't even have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectfully glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone! You're the best, Yuri! This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh, you'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monika, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poems in front of the club, how do you expect to do in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monika flips through her notebook to a specific poem she has in mind for herself. Then she stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monika begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is prison. She knows exactly how to play emotions behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monika. Monika looks amazed. Yuri has intense expression on her face, that I don't understand. Finally, Natsuki Monika finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monika takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monika! Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Ah! Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clenches the sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called The Afterimage of the Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a little moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quavering words transform into sharp syllables into a fierce, confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she inculcates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed in her head. Finally, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around herself as she's bewild, even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first one to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards. And we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not like we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and runs, I guess. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri's down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one is called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori, it's a lot harder than I thought. How do you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come out of Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to read more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori! Even Cupcake liked it. I guess it's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out so nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be the other poems didn't work well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need more force behind them depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. The next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have that much time before the festival, you know? Okay. Now who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Cupcake. Well, okay, I can compare to you guys in a way. Might as well let Cupcake lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Natsuki! It's fine. Might as well get it over with. It's not like I have that much selection of what to read. Just go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think your ability is more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that would prove over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then, that just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. This poem is called, Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. When she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little enthusiastic, her poem has rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken out loud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes, and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do it again. Oh, well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people, but when it's just my friends, just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it'll be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have to much worry about a festival. Crap. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. Might be hard. It might be hard, but I hope you all have an idea of what's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice for the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time when you'll be reciting. Jeez. I should probably find other poems to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleased, surprised that you're putting all the effort into the club. That makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's it about today. I know the festival is coming up, so let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. For the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. Alright. Stand up. So I hope you'll finish with the same enthusiasm as Yuri and Monika, but I'll do my best. For the sake of the club and impressing Monika. And I'll do my best. Ready to go, Yuri? Yep. Looks like you two. Look at you two, always going home like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys, don't make it such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to this? It's okay, Cupcake, you don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. I walk home with Siri once more. Even though it's already been a few days, a lot of stuff has happened. But today, Siri has been a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Siri? Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier, like how we get to... I mean... Sayori fumbles with her words. So let's say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? Well, what would you do? What kind of question is that? You really kind of putting me on the spot here. I would still walk home with Sayori. Sayori, you really think I would ditch you for Yuri? Eh? But she's so beautiful and smart. Jeez, I already seen her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to like going home together. I wouldn't ruin that for you. You're so silly, Cupcake. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri deserves it if she wanted to, so... Yuri already made up my mind. I can't really figure you out sometimes, sorry. Besides, what's the point of speculating something that's never going to happen? Conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sierra to care about. But I want her respect and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival's only a few days away, so who knows what happened in that time. So, anyway, if you like this video, like, subscribe, comment down below if you want me to finish the series. Bye!